For this skill, I'm going to be going over partial bed bath, and I don't really have the means to be demonstrating that, so I'm just going to kind of go through the steps with you. You're going to make sure you want to knock before entering the room. You're going to come in, identify and greet your resident, identify yourself. You're going to explain your procedure, make sure you perform your hand hygiene, and provide privacy. Then you're going to make sure you cover your resident with a bath blanket and remove the top linens. You get your bath basin and fill it about 2/3 of the way full with warm water. You're going to place that on the overbed table, so like your little workstation. Raise the head of the bed up so that the resident can bathe comfortably, and you can help the resident remove their gown or pajamas. You're going to position the overbed table so that the resident can reach easily to get the bath basin and supplies. And you're going to ask the resident to wash the easier parts of the body and explain that you'll wash the back and the areas they cannot reach. You're going to attach the signal light within the resident's reach and return to the resident's room when the signal light is given. And you're going to perform your hand hygiene. You can verbalize that. You're going to want to change the bath water, and then you're going to raise this bed rails up, side of the bed rails, and you're going to raise your bed up for your good body mechanics. You're going to lower the side that's nearest to you, and you're going to assist the resident in washing areas that they can't reach, and you want to verbalize this and use gloves if needed. You're going to apply the deodorant and lotion for them, and if they can't do it themselves, you can help them and make sure they apply the deodorant and lotion. Then you're going to help the resident put on their clean clothes, gown, pajamas, whatever they want to wear. And once you get them, make sure they're comfortable and that they are satisfied with their care. And just after you do that, you want to make sure that you raise your bed rails back up and lower your bed back down to the lowest position. And with that, you're going to make sure you attach the call light and you make sure they're comfortable, and you report and record any kind of you can take the bath blanket off and cover them back up with their top linens. Just make sure they're comfortable and that their needs are addressed, and report and record any kind of observations. And I'm going to go ahead and do female and male perineal care. We're going to go over the female first. You're going to make sure you knock before you enter the room. You're going to want to identify and greet your resident, identify yourself, and you're going to explain your procedure, perform your hand hygiene, and provide for privacy. You're going to fill the wash basin with warm water, probably about 2/3 of the way full, like you do with the other stuff. You're going to raise your side bed rails up, and when you do that, you're going to want to raise your bed up for good body mechanics and lower the side that is nearest to you. Position the resident on their back in the supine position and drape a bath blanket over them. You're going to remove your top linen so they don't get wet or anything. You're going to put on your disposable gloves and make sure you put the waterproof pad up under their buttocks. Assist the resident to flex the knees and spread the legs if able. Otherwise, help the resident spread their legs as much as possible with the knees straight. You're going to wet your washcloths, wring out any kind of excess water. Make sure you apply soap, and you're going to want to make it into a mitted washcloth first and then apply your soap. And for a woman, you're going to want to separate the labia and clean downward from the front to the back in one stroke. And then you're going to repeat through this as many times as it's needed with more than one washcloth if needed. And then you're going to rinse the perineum with a clean washcloth and separate downward stroke from the front to the back. And then you're going to pat dry the area with a towel. And then you're going to assist the resident with lower legs and turn onto the side away from you. And you're going to wash the vagina and the anus area in one stroke. And then you can repeat this as many times necessary until clean with different clean washcloths if you need them. And you're going to want to rinse and then pat dry. You can remove your waterproof pad, dispose of your gloves, cover the resident with our top linens and remove the bath blanket. And then you're going to raise the side of the bed rails back up, lower the bed down and lower the side rail, and make sure you attach the call light and perform your hand hygiene and report and record any kind of observations. Then we're going to move into the male perinatal care. You're going to want to do the same first step knock before you enter the room. Identify and greet your resident. Identify yourself. Explain your procedure that you're going to be doing. Perform your hand hygiene and provide for privacy. You're going to fill the bath basin with the warm water about 2/3 of the way full. Raise the side of your bed rail back up and raise your bed up for good body mechanics. And you're going to lower the side nearest to you and place the resident on his back, supine position, drape him with the bath blanket, and then remove the top linen. Put on your disposable gloves. You're going to place the waterproof pad up under his buttocks, and you're going to wet your washcloth squeeze out any of the excess water and make your knitted washcloth and apply your soap. You're going to grasp the penis, and then if it's an uncircumcised male, you're going to retract the foreskin, and then you're going to clean the tip using a circular motion. Start at the urethra and work outward. Repeat as many times as needed with a clean part of the washcloth each time, and new ones if you need it, and rinse the other areas with the washcloth and return the foreskin to its natural position. Then you're going to want to clean the shaft of the penis. Use firm downward strokes away from the urinary meatus. You're going to go downwards and rinse the area and help the person flex their knees and spread his legs, or help him spread his legs as much as possible. Make sure the knees are straight. Clean the scrotum, and you want to rinse that well. Observe for any kind of redness or irritation in any kind of skin fold. Pat the penis and scrotum dry. Help him lower his legs, cover him back up, and turn him on his side away from you. And fold the bath blanket between the legs. And you're going to take your water and rinse and pat dry the anal area. Wash the scrotum to the anus with one stroke. Repeat as many times as necessary. Clean part of the washcloth each time, or a new one if you need it. You're going to remove the waterproof pad. You're going to discard your disposable gloves, and you're going to cover the resident back up with the top blanket. Remove the bath blanket. And you're going to raise the side rails back up, lower the bed back down to the bed check lowest position, and you're going to make sure the call light is within reach, and perform your hand hygiene and report and record any observation, and that is your partial bed bath, female and male perinatal care.